My name's Sharif Amin. I'm from England, ex-British soldier. I have been in Ukraine since the beginning of the war.
I'm Longh Ті, and I'm currently a volunteer for the UDA in Ukraine.
So my call sign is Archer. Originally come from the British Army. Spent 4 years as a Queen's Guard in Britain. My specialty was an SF gunner and reconnaissance.
Меня зовут Воля. Я родился в Днепре. Уехал в 5 лет в Америку и там прожил 30 лет.
Hello, I'm Connor from England. I've been here for 2 years. I've done infantry, RDS, mortar, drones.
I came here originally for humanitarian aid and to be an instructor. Then I moved into a combat role. After about a year and a bit of fighting, I was hit by tank, artillery and shot 3 times. So I'm extremely injured. So I've gone back to an instructor's role with the unit here, trying to integrate the foreign element with the Ukrainians. So when we're operating together, we work as one cohesive unit.
I was one of the people that followed the war crimes report from the UN, and that's where they document the different war crimes. And that's where I learned about Bucha, Bakhmut, Mariupol. Then I listened to Zelensky say "without you," and I listened to Ukrainians just scream at the top of their lungs that all they wanted was to stay Ukrainian. Then you asked for warriors around the world, so we showed up.
I've come over here to Ukraine to help as many Ukrainian people as possible. I was originally supposed to come over in 2022, but I gave it a little bit of time before I came over, and now I'm here with this brigade.
Был в морской пехоте, там 4 года провел в Ираке, в Афганистане побывал. А потом пошел быть бухгалтером. Прошло время, началась война, я подумал. До этого воевал за непонятно за что, а здесь хоть понятно за что, так приехал. А теперь я как бы переводчик для иностранцев. Айтишник, командир логистики.
I came here on March 2022 and joined UNSO with my friends. And then I went to Kapatska Sich. I was wounded there, spent a few months in hospital. I came back out and joined my friend in Kyiv in 204 Territorial Defense, where I was wounded again in Klishivka. And I've been out for 8 months now, and now I've came to UDA.
So it's nothing like anyone's seen before. You know, people have done Iraq, I've done tours of Afghanistan. It's insurgent war. Right now it's 2 armies fighting against each other, and we've not seen this since the Second World War. And I can only describe it as the First World War trenches, Second World War artillery and tanks, and with the technology with drones, it's Third World War. It's history repeating itself, and I believe that Ukraine is the front line to Europe, not just Ukraine. And what's happening here is an atrocity. And we can't stand by and watch this kind of atrocity just to happen. And we've seen it in the past. If we just allow people to do this, then they'll go to the next country, before you know it, it's on our step. So it's everybody's war, it's not just Ukraine's.
There was a 5-year-old boy whose family was being evacuated. They marked it as a civilian transport. His entire village was being evacuated. He was in a car with his grandmother, who was in the back seat with him. His grandfather was driving and his mother was in the front seat. When they were going to pass the Russian convoys, the Russians, they opened fire. He watched his mother and his grandfather die. He pulled his grandmother to cover. If they can be 5 and be heroes, the rest of us can stand up and be heroes.
So my motivation is basically how I'd feel if someone else came into my country. And there's a lot of women here, a lot of children here who have lost their husbands, brothers, fathers. I have a little girl myself, and the way I feel is if someone came, I'd want as many people to come and help as me as possible as I could. So a lot of us here experience British Army, so we've all come to help.
За родину. Я бы отсюда так. Там я непонятно зачем ездил в Ирак, в Афганистан, как бы. И не всегда соглашался, там, чем занимались. Ну, всегда нужно команды слушать, но не всегда соглашался. А нам как бы понятно, мы за наших людей. Там у меня семья еще в Мелитополе осталась. Как бы хотелось бы с ними опять увидеться, переговорить.
The best part about this battalion is that you get to see everybody from around the world. So we're standing there on the line and you get to see how the Danish military does it, how the Irish military, how the Queens of military, how the American military, how the French military. It's It's an opportunity that you cannot get anywhere else. It takes very elite training in the rest of the world's militaries to work with this many different militaries. And we're getting a chance to actually come together, figure out what is working, test it in the trenches, and test it in the battle. And at the end of the day, that will build Ukraine the best military on earth. Without a doubt. We just have to keep showing up. We have to keep putting out.
No, it's a multicultural unit, and it's quite inspiring to see so many people come together for a good cause. And yeah, it's an amazing thing what's happening, to be honest with you.
Absolutely love them. The command structure is fantastic. The boss, all the command structure is fantastic. Everyone knows what they're doing. Everyone's experienced. Everyone's been here a long time. And like Ukraine is beautiful in general. Everyone that I've met here so far in Ukraine have all been absolutely amazing people. Why not help them? So I'm here for the long haul. I'm here until the end of the war.
Нам нравится очень близко работать с УДА, особенно с батальоном «Ареем». В третьей роте нам классно получилось. Кратос вообще отличный командир, чтобы правду сказать.
Not afraid. And I've lost too many friends to go home now, so I must continue to fight. It's a great country, and it was unfortunately invaded by Russia. And I'd probably advise people to come here and help in any way necessary. It can be helping in Kyiv or helping fighting.
I can say that the Ukrainian military has given me more opportunities as a woman than any military or company in the world. Not only do I get to go and practice on an F-15, but I get to practice some electronic warfare ideas that I've been sitting on for a while. It is the most exhausting and beautiful thing. It's a gift that my country couldn't give me, and I'm honored to be serving in yours.
To be truthfully honest with you, we really do need the support here. Ukraine is going through a difficult time. It's not an easy thing, and I fall in love with this country. I fall in love with the culture, the cities, the people, the brotherhood, the sisterhood, the old-fashioned morals. So yeah, I mean, I would suggest come out here and help in any way you can. And if you can't come out, please support with funding. And I just want to say, Slava Ukraini!